fellas. We can be that mistake. Let's do this.
What's up, y'all?
What's going on, guys?
We're Embrace the Suck 21.
Yes, we are.
I'm Spencer.
And I'm Daniel.
And here it is, Series 2, Episode 6 of the Ricky Gervais Show.
Kidneys.
What the hell that's about, I don't know. We're about
Definitely
to find
not
out.
kidneys.
No. I mean, y'all do take my kidneys for weakness, so there's that.
Oh,
anyway, just enough bullshitting.
Yeah, let's do it.
Stop talking shit, as Gervais would say.
Yeah.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
What's been going on? What's been going on?
I've been to hospital. I was rushed to hospital, like emergency and that. Had a tube put up my knob.
You had a tube put up your knob?
Yeah.
What's the story?
Kidney stones.
Oh.
So, shouldn't really be here, to be honest, doing this. He said rest and that. Climbing them stairs on the way in. Is
To be
just-
quite honest, it doesn't look like you're expending a lot of energy at the moment. It's like at Zookeeper going, oh, that sloth move today. Calm down.
Yeah, but I had to get here. It's been raining. I
Yeah.
had to come up the stairs. I had to carry the computer.
Yeah.
What?
Well, that's not entirely true because your girlfriend was carrying it. I saw her actually.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
And then you handed it to me and said, "Steve,
God
carry this." So
Almighty.
Yeah, I know.
that's already a lie.
Christ almighty. Whinging.
Not whinging.
I'm in show business. I know loads of people that wake up every day with a sore knob, feeling like they've had their kidneys probed, and they would say they were unconscious. So they don't whinge about it. They get straight back onto it. They, a lot of them are on TV now.
Yeah, straight back to hosting game shows.
So you're rushed to hospital.
So take us through the events because it does sound quite dramatic. You started feeling a bit of pain, did you initially?
Felt a bit of pain, and I thought, maybe I just pulled a muscle or something when I've been wrestling with Ricky and that, because you don't know what damage is being done. So I just think, it'll go in a minute, and then it didn't. It got a bit badder.
It got badder, did it?
So then I
A bit
thought,
badder.
I was crippled. I was lying on the floor in agony, looking on the internet, looking for sort of
Still looking at
solutions.
Monkey News.
I just put in like
Throwback.
bellyache and stuff, and they were saying me loads of different things. What I used to do when I was a kid, I used to always just get a cold ashtray and put that on my belly, and the coldness used to get rid of the badness.
Amazing.
The coldness got me.
It's like a witch doctor.
Yeah.
This is like...
A witch doctor happens to work in a pub.
It's like some sort of 5th century remedy written in mud.
Yeah.
Coldness doth get away with the badness.
Why specifically an ashtray?
Just because they sort of old cold.
They're old cold.
I don't know what this is. I love this idea that he had the operation and he comes round and they're talking to him and his girlfriend gets a phone call and they say, Mr. Pilkington's maybe complications. He's just talking rubbish. She goes, oh, good.
Yeah, he's back to his old self. Why specifically an ashtray? Sorry, because it's old cold. I understand it's old cold.
Yeah, we understand. Everyone who's done a medical degree understands old cold, but old cold belly badness. If you want to buy that book, Old Cold Belly Badness, it's the history of abdominal surgery by Carl Pilkington.
No, it just, it
Old cold belly badness.
I just, what? Like, but he brings up a good point. Like, the doctor calls Suzanne. It's like, he's just talking ridiculous right now. He might be something that's worse. It's like, oh no, he's fine now.
Yeah, that's his
And
normal.
That's normal.
Yeah.
It's when he starts making sense. Then call me.
Yeah, I'm about to say, there's a few relatives I could call it old cold.
Old cold. Jeez. What?
The Old Cold Band. That sounds like a bluegrass band, like
does.
a gothic bluegrass band.
It does. The old cold.
But you put it in the freezer or something first?
You can do if you want, but they're normally cold anyway. It's sort of thick glass and that holds the cold. But we don't smoke in our house, so I had to use a plate.
What?
Oh, well, that's madness. A plate's not going to work. Famously, a plate doesn't work.
No. Oh,
So you put a plate on your belly, but that didn't do any.
That didn't work. So called Suzanne and said, I'm in agony here. She said, go to the doctors then.
Good advice.
So
A lot of people have done that straight away as opposed to going through the plate ashtray.
Straight back. So he went to hospital and he went to hospital and he said, "Have you got an ashtray? This is no smoking."
so anyway,
That's the last place you want to ask for an ashtray is in the doctor's office.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
kind
oh.
of wild. Back in 20, 30, 40 years ago, you go in the hospital, they be smoking in
It'd be
there.
weird not to see it.
Yeah.
It'd be normal.
Yeah, that's normal back
Yeah.
then. How the times have changed.
Good God.
so then we get in a cab and whatever. You go there. I have an X-ray,
His voice is even more boring than usual, isn't it?
Extraordinary, isn't it?
Fuck me.
and they put me on a drip and everything. Give me some morphine and stuff, and found out that I had kidney stones.
Oh.
So that's why I was in hospital. And they get them out by... I don't know what's gone on, to be honest. I've
Come on.
got some tube inside me, from my kidney to my bladder. That's helping me stuff get about.
And so there's a little tube up the end of your knob into your...
Yeah, it's not there now. It's high up.
Right.
So it's high up between my kidney
Oh.
and my bladder.
But why didn't you have the thing where they go in the side? You had the choice to...
Because I said to the doctor, I said, I'm not a doctor. I said, what do you
He
think?
went, "Stop putting yourself down, Carl."
He said,
No
said-
shit!
The first thing I said to the doctor, I'm not a doctor. Like, well, thank God for that. I love that. You know, he fell into the classic terrible thing you can do when you don't feel good. Go to the internet. Don't do that to yourself. Like, oh, I have a little bit of arm pain. Let's just Google what that is. Oh, now you have a brain tumor.
Yeah.
Like,
They might as well say on WebMD, just get in the fucking coffin.
yeah, you're basically dead. I can't believe you're alive. Like, oh my God, WebMD, man.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Fear-inducing website.
Yeah. I mean, I already checked what this thing on the back of my neck is. It's polio.
Yeah. What?
We need you in the operating theatre now.
he just said, I said to him, what should I have done? Because he said, if you want, go home, and we'll get you in again or something. Something like that.
What?
And I said, no, I might as well have it done properly. Have it done now whilst I'm here.
Sorry, the choice was have it done properly or go home.
It was something like that. He said there's something you can do, and I said, oh,
Flush it out.
no, because it's too big. It's something like 7 millimeters.
And it's basically because you don't drink enough water.
Yeah. So anyway, I said, what do you think I should have done? And he said, tube up the knob. And I said, not my favourite one of the choice, but if that's what you think. So he said, yeah, have that. He did me little diagrams, which didn't help. He was like showing.
How big
like,
did he draw your knob?
Sort of normal size.
Yeah, was it?
It was all right.
You weren't offended by them.
But he wanted into detail. It's just more the tubes and stuff in your
Yeah.
bladder and your kidney.
What was your ball bag like? Did he draw that?
He didn't do that bit. He left that bit out.
Okay, right.
But he said, we'll just pop that up there, and then that's when Ricky turned up to visit. Came in laughing at me because we sat there in like my underpants and stockings.
Yeah.
Why were you
He
dressed
was
as
there. No, he wasn't in bed. He was sort of out of bed with his little drip, right? He had his little boxer shorts on, just sat there, right, in his pants, right, and he had stockings on.
Yeah, because they stop clots or something. They put them on your legs. It's like, when people have got big veins and they go on a plane.
Right.
Oh, they stopped clots.
You said you're not a doctor.
No, but I've seen it because Suzanne's mum did it, and she put them on ridiculously early, like 3 days before we were going away, and she'd never been away before, and everything was like over the top. Do you know what I mean? She's like, I best put them on. And so I put them on, and they I don't know what it is. It's something when you're under, your blood doesn't move about the same,
Right.
and it can clot up in your leg. So you wear these tight tights.
And I came in to cheer him up, didn't I?
Yeah.
Was that a nice, cheery experience, him coming in?
I had a headache at the time. I think I was a bit stressed out.
Well, he's just a man you want at that point.
Yeah. Well, it's weird how it suddenly all happened quick. And I woke up and there was an Irish woman over me going, are you all right? You all right? And I said, oh, it's stinging a bit. She said, I'll give you some more morphine. And I sort of put my head up to have a look at my tackle because I wanted to see
If it was still there.
what was attached to it. Do you know what I mean? Because they said something about they might leave some string hanging out of it
What?
so they can pull the tube out.
It makes you talk.
So
Oh my
This
god.
whole story
Nightmare.
is a nightmare. Like, look, we've made a lot of dick jokes on doing the Gervais show itself,
Yes.
but that is no joke right there.
No.
Being in that situation, I've
just-
never been in that situation, and thank God.
I think just pound water.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
do that now a lot, especially after what happened in June. If you know,
Yeah.
you know. But I that not only has contributed to me not getting a kidney stone, but also maybe my weight loss may
Yeah.
be attributed to that because I pound water like it's an Olympic sport now.
Yes.
I was like 250, 255 in June. It's middle of October now, and I'm down to 215.
There you go.
So, but I don't know.
Wow, that just looks so incredibly painful.
Yeah, and I think we've talked about it on the channel before, but I'll bring it up again. I feel like women. There's a few women. I don't know where I got it from, but they said comparing childbirth to kidney stones. Like they said that kidney stones was worse.
I just, oh my god, this is nightmarish.
Yeah. If you've had kidney stones, let us know. And do me one better. If you've given birth and had kidney stones, tell us which one's worse.
Yes, let us know.
Because I'm pretty sure most of you will have another baby, but won't
Have
be like,
another kidney stone.
Yeah. Be like, oh, that was great. Let me find some Mountain Dew and try and work over another one.
God, man.
Yeah.
I had a look for that. Couldn't see any of that.
Yeah.
But as you put the morphine in, all the muscles in your body go funny. My head just collapsed. But I'm in agony now, and
Are you in agony right now as we speak?
yeah, certain. But it does make you think now. Do you know what I mean? Like life and everything. I mean, it's weird how it's all happened in the last month. From seeing that bee sort of die.
Oh my god.
No. This is not a near-death experience.
It is
You
a
had a
little bit.
routine operation to remove kidney stones because you don't drink enough water.
No, I know, but
This is not a shark attack.
yeah, but it's all life-threatening. Otherwise, you wouldn't have to fill out forms, would you? Saying if everything goes wrong, Suzanne can have the house or whatever. They keep checking your heartbeats and
Well,
stuff, and your blood pressure.
That would be more from. I don't think. I'm all right. I think that would be more from morphine.
Yeah.
If you fill out forms, at least here for morphine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to sign away your life because they pound the opioid addiction part of it very hard,
Yeah.
and you have to fucking sign everything
Yeah. That
before they can administer morphine here.
you have to sign a bunch of forms.
Yeah.
And I guess if they put one drop too much morphine into
You're
you,
gone.
like, you're gone. Yeah.
So that part I get because I don't know. I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth here.
Okay.
I don't know if you could die from having kidney stones. They're just a bitch to pass.
Yeah, and it
But
hurt like a motherfucker.
I know
apparently.
a kidney infection could kill you. So I
Yeah.
don't know if one causes the other, or something like that.
And I have had a kidney infection before. They are painful.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah,
I-
like you could barely function.
Well, you
Like,
couldn't even probably take a full breath.
No, I mean,
Aren't you like right
yeah,
here
yeah,
when it hurts
right-
there?
Yeah, it hurt right here. Like it felt like there was just stabbing pains in there.
Oh,
It was
oh.
horrible.
But so you can have a kidney infection regardless of kidney stone.
Right. The two are not connected as
Okay.
far as I know.
Okay. Okay.
I could be wrong,
Yeah,
but
like I said, I don't want to put my foot in my mouth, which I do frequently on this channel. I just feel like that forms is more for morphine
yeah,
than it was for kidney stones.
yeah, but Carl's alive and well today, so he's that nothing bad happened.
Yep.
I don't like knowing about that. I just like leave it. It's happening. Don't be messing with it. Stop measuring it.
Stop measuring it.
No, do you know what I mean?
Is that the same with a knob?
It's that thing of like they put that thing
That's what
on.
the anaesthetist was doing when you were under, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was comparing the diagram to the actual thing.
Oh God.
What is the closest thing sort of living that's nothing.
I don't know what you mean.
What?
What?
Like
Jellyfish.
I don't know. What was that?
I would say jellyfish.
Yeah, it just really has no purpose. Just is. Just taking up space in our planet.
Yeah.
I don't have an
I don't
answer.
know. That's crazy.
What's like the closest? Like, do you know at some point something's gone from nothing to something, hasn't it?
No, I don't. No, I don't understand what you mean.
Do you mean what is the first and lowest and most primitive and most simple form of life?
No,
He's right here in this room, Rick.
When you look at a stick insect,
Right.
you go, right, there's a slight crossover there from a stick to a living thing.
No, it's not.
It didn't used to be a
No,
stick.
no, it's not. There's no biological relationship between it and a stick.
But there isn't much difference between the two, is what I mean.
Of course there is.
It's a
There
huge
isn't.
difference.
They just sit there looking like a stick. That's their skill.
Yes, but there's nothing to do with being a stick. It's like camouflage. That's like saying when a soldier puts on combat gear, you're saying he's a cross between a human and a shrub.
What I'm saying is, have you seen them weird things that just look like they sort of look like a leaf?
Yeah, there are insects that have evolved to look like a leaf.
At
Forget
some
it.
point, something has had it away with a leaf.
No, at no point
What?
has something had it away with a leaf.
No, to make it.
Oh my god.
Oh, that is
something
I'm never gonna unhear.
I am what? I love it. I love it. I love it. Like F it at this point, right?
Right.
F it. Just it is what it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
I should,
It look that much like a
No.
leaf.
At no point did a beetle shag a leaf. It's superficial. It's the way it looks. That's all it. That's like saying chameleons must have mated with green once. They are green.
No, but
it
what-
looks like a leaf.
But then how does it meet? How does it have relationships? It will be going around sort of having it away with a leaf.
No, it won't, because it doesn't know what it looks like. It doesn't matter. It's not like a stick insect will be talking to a stick for ages and go, "Oh, I've wasted my time here. This club's dead." Rude.
I was chatting to her. She was foxy, but she was giving me nothing.
But Dave, that's not a stick insect. That's a stick.
What are you talking about?
That's a stick. You've been talking to a stick all night. I thought.
I can't believe it. I just thought she had a great slim figure.
No, it's actually a real stick.
Well, I've been watching birds more than insects.
You know, go ahead.
no, I have nothing. I literally have nothing. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, I know that is bullshit because I've been to a grocery store. I have passed by peaches, melons, and tacos, and been just fine. You have too, right?
Yeah.
So there's no validity to his argument.
None.
Again, I just put my foot in my mouth.
Yes, you did. But it's all right though. We go here.
Yep.
There. Now.
Yep.
Recently.
Oh,
In
okay,
the
you
last,
moved on from
in the
insects.
last week, just because I've sort of looked at the ant and the bee and that. And what I've found with pigeons is they've got wings, yet they walk a lot.
I'd love that to be a thesis where he got like a £500,000 grant from a university, and they said, "Well, Pilkington seems to. He's done ants and he's done bees. He's followed ants. Apparently, they're not doing anything. Some of them are lazy. We are granting him another £500,000. He's been working on it for a year. Please welcome Carl Pilkington."
Carl, what have you found?
Well, even though pigeons have wings, they walk a lot.
Pointless.
Well, I heard, and you told me this, so I know it's true. Do you know when I talked about replacing blood with coconut? What was it?
Well, one, it said coconut milk can be used as plasma, but I haven't had that verified because it's off one of those websites where there are spurious facts.
But what do you think of that, Steve? I mean, I've sort
Well-
of touched on it.
But I've just got to echo what Ricky said. I can't have an opinion unless it's been verified.
But why aren't you just being open-minded enough to go, well...
Well, no.
But
That's
it's
not
not
being
actually
open-minded. Open-minded isn't believing everything you hear. You don't believe everything you read, do you?
A lot of stuff you kind of go, well, that's interesting.
But what we talked about this. What about Noah's Ark?
What about it?
Well, you know, you said you believed it because it's in book form, but according to that, didn't he get 2 of every species on a big boat? But we know that's impossible, don't we?
Depends where he was. If he was above a zoo, there would have been a lot of different stuff knocking about. That's my only problem. What I'm saying is, where was he floating? Where
he is so thick, like, he can only think of things in a modern context.
Yeah, no, Noah. Yeah, that old guy. Yeah, he was at at one of those old school zoos.
Yeah. He's
What?
just from the Baltimore Zoo, or
Yeah, so he just went to his
London
local.
Oh my God.
Just what? I
Ugh.
love it.
he could get an elephant, a giraffe, a cat, a dog, a gerbil. Where were all these things floating about?
Well, exactly.
Right,
That's my
these Old
only
Testament
downfall.
zoos, they were quite.
Yeah,
quite
but
big,
exactly.
really.
But you're right. You're questioning it. How is it possible?
But I've just said, a zoo.
There's no zoo that has got 1% of all animal species.
Well, I don't know where he got them from then.
There's a couple of million species of animal. And how did he round these animals up?
Because they were drowning, so they were looking for any boat.
So they were actively seeking out an ark.
Well, they would have just been looking for anything to get hold of.
Yeah, and where did he keep them all? How did he keep them all separate? How did he...
At that point,
Oh, no, the lions ate the otter.
no, because at that point, it's that thing in it of how you all pull together in a
Don't
bad situation.
Talk shit.
You all chip in, all
There
like,
he
oh
is.
God, let's be nice to our neighbours.
Right. So there's spiders talking to flies and...
Well, they would have just gone elsewhere, wouldn't they? They would
What do you
have been
mean?
on another bit of the boat. The spiders don't have to knock about the lions just because they're all in it together. They get their own little area, don't they?
Well, I don't know. How big is this boat? How
It's big. It's big. It's a big boat. How long? What was the warning he got from God to make it?
I don't know.
It's a couple of weeks.
Yeah. 2 of every...
A couple of weeks.
How long? What was the warning he got from God to make it?
I don't know.
It's a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. Look what they tried to get in there.
Gotta love it. I gotta love it. 10 Commandments, burning bush. Love it. But a couple weeks. I think it was like 100 years. Something
Yeah.
like that. There's some insane
A
like
long
that.
ass time.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, there was a part in there that
weeks.
says, "Be fruitful, multiply," right?
Yeah.
So-
someone did.
Yeah, someone did. Yeah.
2 of every species, Carl. How big would this boat have to be?
Yeah, it's big.
You can't just keep saying it's big, because I know in your mind you're imagining this ark. There's a boat with Noah up the front with his wife, 2 giraffes behind him, their necks there, 2 elephants, and it just and it's just like elephant, giraffe, hippo, dog, cat, weasel, couple of frogs, and a spider talking to a fly going, "Let's get on." But when we're off here, you're dead.
But what would you have done then? Are you saying that you wouldn't get on there because it's too noisy?
It's not a question of
No,
what
it
would
didn't
have done.
happen. It didn't happen.
To be honest, I'm not bothered. And they got through it, didn't they? They got through it. They're here now. We're not short of them. If anything, like I said, he didn't do us a favour because he saved too much. You can't move out there for stuff.
He's so thick.
Oh, chimpanzee, nothing's raining down again.
That's the.
Ricky just gets more and more ridiculous with this jingle.
I love it though.
Yeah.
It just it's crazy that you guys sleep to this. Like, cause his voice, man, his laugh, his voice would wake me out of the deepest sleep.
Yeah, that's why a lot of these compilations, 8, 9, 10 hours, whatever, they typically edit it so that Gervais's laugh is a bit quieter.
Really? Oh, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
God.
So, yeah, that would wake me up too. There you go.
That's the jingle for excerpts from Carl's diary. This is all legitimate stuff. Ricky and I have had no input in this. This is the first time we get to read it. Went and did some shopping for stuff as it was my turn. Suzanne moaned a bit because I forgot orange juice and bought some cheap toilet paper. She always buys the expensive toilet paper. I don't know why they make toilet paper with pretty patterns on it.
That made it into the diary.
Up and out at 9 o'clock to go to the Cotswolds.
All right. Before we get into that, this is definitely before the time of the bidet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And if you want to see Dan rant about bidets and all that, go right up here. Check out that episode of Idiot Abroad.
Idiot Abroad.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was one of the hardest I've laughed in this whole channel's history.
Oh man, I have things to say.
Yeah, you sure did. You talked a lot of shit.
I
What
did.
you did.
Yeah. I gotta love the bidet talk.
Made it into the diary.
Up and out at 9 o'clock to go to the Cotswolds. Now, I think this was a gift for your girlfriend, wasn't it, for her
Yeah,
birthday?
it was a
You went to the
birthday and
Cotswolds,
that, so I just went for one night.
Got the car and headed off. We found the B&B, but they wouldn't let us in the room because we were early. We went for a walk. There was not much around the B&B, so we had a quick walk around the car park and went back in. Happy birthday.
What?
The room was now ready. It's an all right room. 3 biscuits, so I ate them straight away. Like a child.
Like a dog. He runs in, jumps on the bed. No.
Get off the bed, not on the furniture. The room overlooked.
That I have a similar reaction if someone were to lay out free cookies in in our hotel room. Which, by the way, I've seen this one TikTok. I don't know what creator it was. Like a Brit kind of stitched together an American saying that a chocolate chip cookie was what the Brits call a biscuit, but we've had biscuits, British biscuits on the channel. You can see that video right there, and this British person stitched it together and confirmed that what we call a chocolate chip cookie, they also call a chocolate chip cookie, like a Nestle Toll House type thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, so something completely different.
Cool.
Yeah.
To the car park that we'd already been round. You're staring at that window. Remember when we went there?
We'll always have the car park.
Yeah. Oh, God. The room had posh coat hangers in the wardrobe with sponge on them.
What?
So I ate the sponge.
Don't think they are needed. We went and booked a table for Sunday dinner. I had beef. It was nice enough, but there was a family of 13 behind us.
What?
I don't see the point in going out in large numbers. They annoyed me. One of the family asked for sorbet before his next course. He was only about 11. He thought he was it. I said to Suzanne, I've had enough and needed a kip. Watched Planet Earth on BBC One. They filmed a panda for 4 weeks and all it did was sit in its cave. It did nout. If I was Fiat, I wouldn't name one of my cars after them as it suggests it won't work or go very far. It'd be like bringing out a Ford Sloth. No one would buy it.
I would love that ad campaign. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, God. The new Vauxhall Slug.
We had a look around the local village. There wasn't much to it. We did the usual thing and had a look around the church graveyard to see how old the dead people are.
What?
Susan.
That is gothic as hell.
Gotta love that. We just go to see how they are. See if they're still there. Because if they're not there, then you got a bigger problem.
Yeah. Carl, man, his existence is just aggravating.
It's just like... Suzanne, what?
What do you see in this man?
Well, there's someone for everyone, I guess.
Yeah. One
Wow.
day when we're done with the Gervais show, we're gonna just have like a compilation of us just moaning and bitching and complaining about Carl.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Suzanne's had a hell of a time so far. She's gone to the Cotswolds. The room wasn't ready. She's seen the car park. And now let's go and play how old the dead people are.
I like the fact that you mentioned we did the usual thing of having a look round the church graveyard. Do you make her do that every
That's
time
what
you
you
go
do,
away?
innit? 'Cause
I
it's
like the
nothing.
fact. I want to know what she did for 2 hours when you slept. She just looked out at the car park, just like, memories.
Well, that's what you do, though, isn't it? When you go to these places, there's nothing else unless you want fudge or you know, you walk around a church graveyard and have a look. It's nothing.
What the actual flying fuck?
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I don't get it, man. What? Oh no.
Carl's just built different.
Yeah, he is, man. He is.
We went home. It took 3 hours to drive back. People say they go to the country to see the wildlife. I saw rabbits, pheasants, and a fox on the way home. They were all dead in the road.
Precursor to the wild roadkill episode of Moaning of Life.
Yep.
Link in Patreon, link in the
Yeah,
description.
definitely.
Yeah. I've done 3 plugs this episode.
Yeah, you have.
We
have.
have gotten to that point in this journey.
Well, our journey with Carl and Ricky has been very thorough.
Yeah.
I was just intrigued to know, because Rob from Burton-on-Trent has sent this in, and he wants to know that, because he's just started seeing someone, and he wants to know what your advice, Carl, is on how to keep her happy. So, what's your advice really for someone who's perhaps just started a relationship? I mean, you've been with Suzanne for what, 9 years?
Ages. I think you should just do what you want, and then if they like it, then they're the right ones for you. So don't go out of your way too much. I mean, I got her the posh badge for a birthday. That's once a year. Rest of the time, it's kind of like, you know, I like weird stuff. I like watching weird stuff and all that. Now and again, I won't make her watch it. I'll tape it.
Amazing advice.
But sometimes,
This is amazing advice.
sometimes you just say, no, come on, the bloke with the 2 heads on, I want to watch it live.
So, give and take is what you're saying there.
That's all. It shouldn't be hard. As soon as it's hard, it's not right. So just go about your business. See if she joins in.
And so
Woke up to the common.
then he has moments like this that like are low-key genius.
Yeah.
Low-key, very sound advice. Don't go over the top. Don't try to be something you're not.
Yeah. When it gets hard, that's when it's time to pack it in.
That's genius advice.
Yeah, he's got genius advice. You just have to sit through the rest of it. You'll get some
Oh my God.
bright stuff.
Commonwealth Games on the radio. Now, what are you making of the Commonwealth Games? Is that something that interests you? Are you a sports fan?
I'm not really. It just seems to be sort of wasted. If people are running fast, use it. Do you know what I mean? Rather than just trying to beat your own record or someone else's, do something where you do have to run. If you're a good swimmer, be a lifeguard. Don't be messing about going up and down.
I was swimming recently. I do a lot of swimming, and I've never quite mastered my front crawl. Just never quite nailed the breathing, because it's quite tricky, isn't it? You know, you've got to breathe at the right moment. And so I'm in the swimming pool in the local gym, and there's a guy bombing up and down, really doing a great forward stroke. So I waited till he came up and sort of went, excuse me, mate. I was just watching you when you were doing your front crawl. I was really impressed. Could you just watch me when I do mine and tell me if I'm going
Why
right?
would you go to a man?
I know, and that was what that was the problem. Is only as I was saying it did I realise what it sounded like. I've just been watching you.
Yeah.
So and I was really impressed.
And you're both in Speedos.
Both in Speedos. You know.
Oh, God. Here's Steven with another water story.
Yeah, you're right. Another water story.
Yes.
I'm got the goggles on, prescription goggles, so that I can see when I'm
Oh my
swimming.
God.
But why do you need them? There's nothing in a pool to look at. It's not like you're scuba diving. There's
Well,
nothing.
hold
It's just
on. Clearly there is something to look at in a pool.
Well, no, I wasn't checking. Well, I was checking him out, but I was checking him out for swimming tips. And he just looked at me when I asked him, "Can you just watch me and offer me any tips?" And he just
Steve,
looked at me like I was just mental.
That is such a strange thing to say. Can you just watch? I don't know how you had the nerve to do that.
Well, it was innocently motivated.
Well, I know it's innocent, but what a strange thing to go up to someone and...
But what civilization are we living in where we can't just ask our fellow man to help us out with our forward crawl?
But we're in a society where we can't. But you know that. It's a strange thing to say.
But sometimes it's nice to just think, no, do you know what? I'm not going to fall into the trap of thinking
agree.
he's immediately going to think I'm gay or that I'm chatting him up. I'm just going to ask him to do me a favour. There's nothing wrong with that.
What if he said, yeah, it's just good, yeah. Do you mind coming and help me with my plastering?
But it's not the same. He's in the swimming pool. He's
Yeah.
there in the pool. He's swimming up and down. He's, it's not no skin off his nose to just offer a bit of kindly advice. If your car's broken down in the middle of nowhere and someone drives by, it's a generous thing to do. Just stop and maybe look under the bonnet and help them out.
I agree.
But I don't see how it's any different. And he did, and all he asked was that I wank him off.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Steven with some heat.
Just stay away from water, Steven.
Yeah.
You don't shine.
That's the second time in a row.
Oh my God.
So y'all better put in the comments. Well, before we do that, 2 thumbs up
Yep.
for this one,
Yep.
obviously.
Yep.
Put in the comments besides, more Carl stuff and just your regular requests that
Yep.
we take a while to get to. Get some Steven Merchant stuff.
Does he have stuff?
Does he have stuff? Like, we have gone down holes of Carl Pilkington and Ricky Gervais,
Yeah.
but we haven't really given Steven Merchant any love.
Or even a thought, to be
A
honest.
thought, honestly. And he's been tagging along this whole time. Like, let's give him some love.
Yeah,
Put that down in the comments.
I know he's in a movie that came out, so is he more of an actor? A writer?
I know he
Like-
co-writ the British Office with Gervais and has been a frequent collaborator with Gervais on the writing side, and he helped co-create Lip Sync Battle with Jimmy Fallon. So he's done a lot of background work.
Maybe there's clips of him, like compilations.
Maybe. Put them down in the comments. Y'all know what to do.
Yep, definitely.
Thanks in advance for those comments, liking, subscribing, hitting the bell, and sharing with your friends.
Definitely, guys.
And until next time, wash your hands, scrub your toes, wipe your ass, blow your nose, embrace the suck.
Unplug and do something epic.
See you next time.
Later.